What do unicorns and obesity have in common?
Those things don't exist.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you're all doing really well. My name's Nadia. For today's video, we are going to be looking at a doctor on TikTok who is educating her followers about a mythological condition called obesity.
I don't know why fat people are so up in arms about using words like overweight and obese.
For context, this doctor is doing a TikTok skit to explain to us why obese is a slur.
First of all, it's a pretty good rule of thumb that if an oppressed group of people asks you to stop saying a word they consider a slur, you should probably not say it anymore.
We hear this repeated by a lot of groups now, fat acceptance included. If a marginalized group says X, then believe X or don't question X. This is a bold standard to set. It's a fallacy as a start and a really unhealthy way to condition people into thinking. Teaching people to assimilate new information uncritically so long as it's coming from the right people sounds like some pretty solid blueprints for a dystopian future.
It sounds like a cult.
It's not a cult.
Gee, my apologies. Words like overweight and the O slur.
That's a lot better. So to answer your initial question, those things don't exist, and their use in language and medical systems affect real harm.
Her response as a pediatrician, psychiatrist, and ED specialist, so her professional medical opinion, we can presume, is that obesity and being overweight simply don't exist.
What do you mean they don't exist?
Well, you cannot be overweight or the O slur because it's based on the BMI, and the BMI is absolutely bogus.
She is a doctor. She knows we can and do utilize more than BMI to evaluate body composition. Yet, all the years she spent pursuing higher education have seemingly been canceled out by fat acceptance TikTok, to the point that as a pediatrician, she's got videos up saying,
Your child's BMI does not matter, I promise.
she can't see your kid right now or know anything else relevant about them, but she can tell you that their BMI is completely irrelevant.
But what is wrong with saying overweight and the other one?
Overweight in particular implies that there is a healthy weight for everyone and that weight can be standardized. So does underweight. The truth is we can't standardize what a healthy weight is.
Not being able to standardize a healthy weight for all of humankind does not mean that we don't each individually have a healthy weight range for our bodies. Even if we ignored every disease risk associated with obesity, we are humans on Earth dealing with gravity. We can't pretend that our body size doesn't impact our experience of that gravity. She can though. She's reduced obesity to mythology. What do unicorns and obesity have in common?
Those things don't exist. And the O slur comes from Latin meaning having eaten oneself fat. So it fundamentally and linguistically comes with moral judgment and blame.
There is not a moral judgment present there, but it does imply some blame by acknowledging that we do feed ourselves. And when we overfeed ourselves consistently, we become obese. Most medical terminology is rooted in Latin or Greek, and it's not arbitrary. So if it sounds harsh, it might be because it's describing something harsh. Take the word dementia, which is rooted in a Latin word that means out of one's mind. Doesn't sound very nice, but it's pretty accurate. I'm gonna quote someone here and say, we have harsh words to describe harsh realities because they arm us with the proper knowledge. But we know that fat acceptance likes to believe that body size is out of our control. So just for my own amusement, I wanted to come up with a word that would describe the fat acceptance version of how obesity happens. And I came up with amplus natus, with amplus meaning large or ample, and natus meaning destined by nature. So what do you think? Would fat acceptance approve?
Okay, sure, but just between us, what would be a healthy weight if we don't use BMI?
The most acceptable weight to be at is the weight you're at when you are feeding your body consistently, and that can be any weight.
Any weight? You sure?
Yeah, are you sure?
Yes, any weight your body naturally settles at when you are eating consistently is a great weight for you, and no one should tell you otherwise, especially not based on BMI.
Candy, or Hungry Fat Chick as she goes by on YouTube, is feeding herself consistently. It's basically what her channel revolves around. So per this doctor's criteria, Candy is at a healthy size right now. Just watch some of Candy's most recent content and tell me how healthy Candy seems.
Oh no, I'm coming to a point in my life where I'm just at a loss. With the issues that I'm having, eating healthy, it seems so difficult. I can, but I can't at the same time. I'm just alone here, just watching the clock. Tick tock, tick tock.
And I couldn't help but point out that this doctor tagged this little obesity PSA with, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. That's good advice when you're teaching first graders about kindness, but a doctor's job isn't to say nice things that we want to hear. And if Candy came to this doctor for help, how nice would it really be for her to pretend that her body size is completely irrelevant?
Just straight mean.
With obesity rates on the rise, there are more and more people who could come into contact with this information who are actually motivated to believe it. And motivated beliefs are really hard to dismantle. But before we part ways today, let's look at a weight loss progress together. She has lost 65 pounds, y'all, and honestly, I think her energy speaks for itself. She looks so happy and is radiating actual confidence, not the fake confidence we're used to seeing in fat acceptance. I'm gonna link her TikTok down below for anyone else who wants to follow her and get some extra motivation. We are gonna call this one here today. Thank you so much for coming to hang out on this video with me and making it all the way to the end if you're still here. Let me know what you thought down below, and if you liked the video, give it a like. That really helps. Right now, I'm working on a couple different videos for the channel, but thinking this next one is gonna be that wild TikTok that I can't get out of my head. I had kind of a funny accident yesterday while I was actually working on this video. A wasp scared the crap out of me, and I tried to sprint out of my office and slam the door, and my pull-up bar fell on my face and busted it open. So right now I have a big cut and bruise across the middle of my face, but I am still getting incrementally better from being sick. So we're like 2 steps forward, 1 step back over here. I hope you're all really taking care, and we will talk in the next video. Bye.